Alright you guys, welcome back for day number 2 of Kmas. Now this is going to be kind of just like a sit down and chat type of video because this is something that has been requested by a lot of you guys on my Instagram and through my messages and blogs and stuff like that. So I figured we would just chat it out here. I really don't have much to show you, not much going on in the background, so it's just you and me. But it's been really requested that I do a like guide to or how to beginners for crystals video, something that didn't go too woo-woo, something that didn't get too complicated and could really just get you guys started. So the first thing that I want to say is to set your intention. What do you want this to be? Do you want this to be something where it's a collection because they're beautiful, which is something that's totally valid? You don't even have to go into it for the healing properties of crystals. Or are you looking for the healing properties? Are you looking to use them with your craft? Are you looking to use them as a holistic measure? Are you looking to use them for decorative purposes? It's totally up to you. It doesn't have to be an extreme to the point where it's part of your religion. It also doesn't have to be something as small as, you know, just a collector's item in your home, but you get to decide what you want these to symbolize for you. And then with that, you can move forward with it. But it's up to you. It's not up to anyone else. Nobody else gets to decide what your crystals mean to you except for you. Now, super big, before we even get into this, I want to give you guys a few pointers. 1, size does not matter in the beginning. I know it's really hard to not just go and spend all of your money on the most beautiful pieces, but in the beginning, when you are working for crystal healing purposes, size really doesn't matter. It's the energy inside of it, and you will learn as you move forward which ones you want to have larger, which pieces maybe you want raw. But if you start with the tumbled stone, it's okay. The other thing is you don't need them all. And it's so hard not to just go and buy everything you find. The first time you go into a shop, I swear it's like the most magical experience ever, but it's also so scary and so dangerous for your wallet. So just go with what feels right. Don't feel like you need to get them all. Don't feel like you need to buy it every time you see one. Just follow your intuition, follow what your gut says. Now, the last thing with that, when you do go into a shop, or maybe you're shopping online, it's totally up to you. I don't know how to put this. Don't choose them. Let them choose you. And what I mean by that is, if you're walking into a shop, usually what they'll do is they'll have like the stones set up either in little bowls if they're tumbled, or maybe they'll be set up on a display. Some may be standing, some may be on stands, but then they'll have like a piece of paper or a plaque, and it'll say the name of the stone, the chakra or chakras, and a description of the stone and its healing properties. And it's so easy for us to go in and say, okay, let me read each and every tag and see which one fits what I think I want right now. Don't do it. Other way around. So go in blind, don't read the tags, just look, and whatever feels right, pick it up, see how it feels. Do you feel heat in your hands? Use the opposite of your dominant hand. So whatever hand you write with, hold the stones in your left hand. If it's warm, if it feels good, if you feel something inside you light up, if it's really catching your eye and it's something you keep looking at, then take it. You know that it's supposed to go home with you. Once you've adopted it and you've taken it home, then go ahead and do your research. A lot of shops will send you home with the little slips with the description too, but you can always just ask what stone it is. You can talk to the shop owner and I'm sure they'll tell you a bunch. Then you can take the name home, go home and Google it. But the reason for this is what you think you need and what you really need are two different things most of the time. So you might go in thinking that you need a stone for abundance, a stone for wealth, and come out with a stone that really just works with you and your self-love. And that may even intertwine where you need to work inward on what you're doing with yourself before you start worrying about material things and such. So just keep that in mind whenever you go shopping. I know it's hard, but if it looks really pretty, that's usually a sign that it's something that you're attracted to. If you feel it, like heat or electricity or a tingle or whatever it may be, that's usually a sign that you guys are supposed to be together. You will always know what is yours. Don't go searching and reading into things. That takes all of the fun, all of the magic and love out of that process. All right, so you've gotten your crystals and it's time to take them back home and start prepping them. Now, preparation for crystals is so important. Your crystal is an energy source. And unfortunately, just like everything else, all energy all around you, right? This chair, my shirt, everything. You've got negative energy and positive energy, and you take it with you. So that crystal has been touched by so many people before you. It has rubbed on other people's intentions, is what we'll say. You don't know what it's storing right now. So what you want to do first thing before anything else is you want to clear the energy from your crystals. That's the first thing you do. It's the first thing I do when I get a crystal. I go home and I immediately smudge it. Now, there are many different ways to clear it. You can smudge it using Palo Santo or sage. You can meditate with it. You can set it with other crystals to clear. You can put it in the moonlight. You can clear it with earth, so put it in dirt or set it with fresh plants. You can read into it. There's many, many different things to do, but the whole purpose behind that is to give yourself a clear slate. You want that baby is now your baby. And you want it to do the things that it's supposed to do for you without carrying the baggage from other people before it. So once it's all cleared out, the next thing you want to do is program it. And for me, the easiest thing for me is I sit with my crystal. Let's see, do I have anything? Of course I do. Right? This is my beautiful amethyst. You'll see this all over my house. I have way too much amethyst. You sit with your crystal and you hold it and you meditate on an affirmation, present tense affirmation that matches your intention for yourself and that crystal, the pairing and the relationship that you are going to have. Now you can do this after you've read into the description of the crystal so you know what healing properties it holds, and then you can kind of just basically tell it what you want from it, and just kind of, I don't know, it's like recharging a battery, but it's very personal. It's a moment that is tried and true, I guess, and it's so super special. So sit down with it, meditate on that affirmation or that mantra, give it about 8 to 12 rinse and repeats before it's completely charged, and then it's all yours and it's ready to use. All right, people ask me all the time, okay, I see all the crystals that you have and they're pretty, they're great, but what do you use them for? And honestly, the uses go above and beyond. You can do almost anything with crystals. Crystals are my best friends, and I use them for damn near everything. But like I said before, you can wear them on jewelry. You can use them as decorative pieces in your home. You can use them in meditation as meditation resources. You can keep them around the house for certain things. Like I have pieces of shungite. Here, I'll show you. I have pieces of shungite around all of my electronics and also around my house for protection. What else? You can keep them on you. Like I like to keep certain ones against my skin, inside my clothing, or keep them in my bag so that they're always near me. Sometimes I put them in my shoes. You can hold on to them for certain purposes. It can be a grounding aspect. You can rub them. One thing that I really like to do with tumbled stones, so not this, but a softer one. Let me see, I'll show you one. Hold please. All right. So, for example, this is a piece of tumbled fluorite, and it's actually green and purple, so it's partially perfect for, not partially, but it's perfect for meditation. One awesome thing with tumbled stones is using them to rub. And not only is this grounding and relaxing in itself, but most tumbled stones will have a little crevice that you'll find yourself almost automatically going towards and rubbing your finger in. And it's not just because it feels nice, but that's like a keyhole. And that keyhole taps into the energy in the core of your crystal. So there are so many different things that you can do with your crystal babies. And honestly, it's totally up to you and that intention and that purpose that you set for yourself in the beginning of your journey. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. You can comment them down below. I would honestly love to know what your intentions are for your own crystal journey, or what crystals are your absolute favorite. But if you don't want to reach me here and you want to speak to me privately, you can always reach me over on Instagram. I'm talking about my crystals all the time. I'm holding the Iridescent Stories shop, so you guys can also get there from my personal Instagram, but my personal Instagram for all intents and purposes and communication purposes is Casey.androse. So I will see you guys there, and enjoy the rest of your day 2. I'll see you on day 3. Bye guys.